Hello beautiful people. Okay, I'm back home from my walk now, and after I recorded the last video that I'm just uploading at the moment, and I started to walk back home again, I realised that actually the car park was a little bit further than I thought it was. So basically I'd gone up one side of Chanctonbury Ring, and then I'd gone all the way back down again, and I ended up in this farmland, and I had to go all the way around this pathway and across some farmers' fields to get back home. But it was really beautiful still, so it was an amazing walk. And I just remembered some treasure that I found, so I'm going to show you my treasure. And I found all these beautiful feathers. So pretty. Look at the beautiful, like, iridescent bit at the top. It's amazing. And I first saw these feathers because I just saw this little hint of blue just caught my eye, and look at it, it's so beautiful. Just this luminous blue, tiny little feathers. So pretty. So that's made me really happy. I love treasure. Yeah, that walk was just out of this world. It was like I'd stepped into heaven on earth. It was so beautiful. And as I started the walk, I first went up to this tree that I'd walked past loads of times, and I'd even been near it, but I didn't see it as it was, and suddenly I saw this massive expanse of beautiful roots everywhere, and I could look up into it, and so I climbed up there first, where I saw the little weasel weaseling around. It was so adorable. And then as I was walking up, I just kept finding all these different trails that I'd never seen before. So usually I just walk up the normal route that is well laid out. But it was quite muddy, and then I just started going around all these tiny trails up into the forest, and some of them were quite steep, but as I was walking up them, I just Spirit was just saying to me, you will not fall, just trust yourself, be in the moment, be present, and just believe that you can do it. So I was just walking up all these massive hills and stuff, and it kind of was quite an ancient feeling that this is who we were, that we're supposed to be free-range humans, and we're stepping back into our strength and our power, and realising what our bodies are capable of and what we're capable of if we believe that we are. And just walking through the beautiful forest and beautiful green all along the forest floor, and just the sound of the birds everywhere was just so beautiful. And it was like I was seeing this earth in a new way for the first time, that I was stepping into heaven on earth, and I don't think there's much more beautiful than that. Just the funny thing is, you look at the fields and stuff of what we've created as humans, and then you look at what Mother Earth has created in the wild forests, and she knows how to do it and we don't, because we're focused on gain and control, and we need to surrender to the land and trust that she knows how to create the most beautiful realities, and we're just guests on this earth that are here just to enjoy the beauty. And I walked up this beautiful hill, and then I found this big like this big mound that I like sat up on and meditated, and all around me I could see the path below me going all the way down, and I could see like the fields in the distance, and I sort of connected with Mother Earth and like angels and other beings, and transmuted the sort of violet flame through me. And at another point as well, I then walked up even further up the hill, and then I found these beautiful ancient trees that were all mossy covered, and I lay down on one of them. It made like a little hammock for me, and I sat and meditated there. I just had the sun on my face, and it was funny because as I lay down I looked up and I could see a plane that was spraying chemtrails across the sky, and usually something like that would annoy me or make me feel fearful or something, but actually in that moment of oneness with the forest and all that was, I just felt empowerment, and I just looked up, and I went into a deep loving kindness meditation, and I just said to all the sort of politicians and all of the what did I say? It was, instead of people who were in power, it was to all the beings who were in illusionary power. I said, like, may you be loved, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, and may you be forgiven, and may you be able to forgive yourself, and to let go of control and illusionary power and the need to dominate and control and hurt other people. May you awaken to your divine source of compassion. So in that moment, seeing something that would usually make me feel a victim, that as a society we're being repressed in some way, or hurt in some way by the people who are supposed to be looking after us, I just felt an empowerment that actually us as sovereign beings are infinitely powerful, and that system of control and manipulation is outdated and it's not going to last. It's completely on its way out, and we're seeing those last remnants of chaos at the moment. And trying to hide from the empowerment of people that's on its way. So that was probably one of the first times I was able to actually feel real heartfelt compassion for those people, rather than trying to but failing. So being in total oneness with the earth and how incredibly beautiful it is, has just opened my eyes that this new earth is coming, and it is here. Heaven on earth is here already, and it's only society that needs to change to accommodate it. So really it doesn't seem as hard from that point of view. It's actually really easy. All we need to do is change ourselves and just love being here. Just we're here to enjoy ourselves. I'm just so grateful for that beautiful experience. So what else did I have on my magical little adventure? So I went up to Chanctonbury Ring, which is right at the top of the hill, and it's this beautiful ring of trees, and it has amazing views of the whole of Sussex. And I sat up there for a little moment, and I just thought about different things, like how beautiful it'd be if I had this amazing retreat centre, and everyone as a community were able to come together and to see what it's like to live in the new earth, and to be in empowerment together, and to dance together and sing together, and and connect very deeply and beautifully with each other. So I just had all these little inspirations of how we could create this new earth and the new projects that could come out of it that would really help us to work on our soul's growth and to make the most of this earth and this experience. And let me think what else. Oh yeah, I'm talking about my my walk and my beautiful experiences, but oh yeah, the reason I made this video was because I wanted to talk about empowerment today. So that was my focus. That was what I was going to talk about. And that's what I've been experiencing the last couple of days, is what can we do to fully step into our power, to fully step into the light, to love ourselves for who we are, to know that our message is important, to have the courage to share that with the world. And yeah, how can we embody that? And to open our voice as well, to be a clear channel, to not be afraid of what people think of us and how we're going to sound, to just let the words come out in clarity and purity. And so I went after the what was it, on Saturday, the ritual that we did, and just spending time together by the bonfire. I then went to an open mic night, Express Yourself Sundays group. And whenever I go to any events, I always do it completely at the last minute, so I'll only decide I want to do it maybe an hour or half an hour before or so. And that might make me seem a bit scatty to some people, but actually I'm just following my highest excitement and what I'm being guided to do at the time. And I felt quite tired during the day, so I didn't think I was going to be up for it, and then just about an hour before I suddenly felt that I should be there, so I got dressed and did my thing and made the effort. And it was really, really beautiful hearing all of the singer-songwriters. I just love folky kind of singer-songwritery acoustic music. It's really, just makes me really happy just listening to it. And then we went through and did an intention circle, so we talked about what we wanted to let go of and what we wanted to bring in and what we were grateful for. And what really inspired me was during the gratitude circle, I remember in the past doing gratitude circles with people, and it was still really beautiful and powerful, but what people were sharing was very kind of linear and one thing at a time. So it'd be like, I'm grateful for all of the abundance that comes in, I'm grateful for food, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my friends. Whereas in that circle, most people in the group had a very different focus, which was that I'm just grateful to be alive, I'm grateful to be here in this moment, I'm grateful for all of the experiences I've had. So it was much more expanded, which is exactly what I've been feeling. So it was beautiful to see that people are starting to see the world in the same light as I'm starting to see it in, that we're all rising together. And that's really amazing, because we're not alone in this, we're together in this, and we're supporting each other. And then I shared some of my poetry that was something that I had no intention of doing at all. But I was asked to do it, and I thought, why not? If I've been asked to do it, then just go for it, because you might inspire someone with what you share. So I did feel quite nervous, actually. I was a little bit kind of flitting over my words, but I think I was able to get that soft kind of message of the words across, because it's not so much the words themselves, it's this kind of feeling that comes across me of like softness and connectedness that wants to come out in words, which comes out in poetry. And poetry is like your soul's way of talking to you. It talks in these beautiful rhythms that flow together and open you up to the magic of life. And actually, I was going to share a poem with you, but where did I put it? Let me think about this. I might have put it in my bag. Oh, the bag's behind me. Let me have a look. That's the badger. Just arranging my little feather pile. Okay, so before I read out the poem, let me just think of anything else I was going to say, because I kind of lost my train of thought, as I'm sure you're aware of by now. Nope. I'll read my poem. So what I've been saying about empowerment is I will maybe make another video on it at another time and let you know how I'm getting on with my own empowerment. And for me, it's opening my voice back up and being able to speak, because I've been told in the past, you're too quiet, you're mumbling over your words, and every time I'd open my mouth to speak, people would say to me, speak up, and I got so frustrated that I just completely closed off, and I just didn't want to speak at all, because I felt like I was being criticised every time I opened my mouth. So that created quite a big block for me. But I've obviously forgiven those situations, and I'm starting to let go of that. So now is the time to step into your authentic voice and to know that actually what people have told you in the past is no longer true, because this is a new day and this is a new you, and you can be whatever the hell you want to be. You don't need to be afraid anymore, and people are supporting you. So don't let the lessons of the past get in your way, because you can just throw those out the window and start again. It's a blank canvas, and this is a new you to express yourself. So I'll read my poem about empowerment, and this kind of reminds me of I read an article yesterday that was about twin flames, and like the female twin flames, and I felt like that was applicable to everyone, and it was a very beautiful, divine, empowered, feminine message, which is to step into your power and to know that you can step out into the world, you can dance, you can laugh, you can inspire people, step into the expanded, multi-dimensional uniqueness of all that you are, and to embrace the beauty of all that you are. And I just love it, because I'm starting to see everyone dressing and expressing themselves in the way that they want to be seen. So for me, that's very much wearing kind of blue and feathers and things like that, whereas I see other people have started wearing kind of more flowing, like orangey kind of clothes and stuff, so it's embodying their soul and the beautiful vibrant colours of their soul that's coming through. So the divine feminine I'm feeling really strongly at the moment is coming back in, as we're redefining ourselves, and we are finding new archetypes of expressing ourselves. So we're playing with all that we can be. We can be so many different types of being every day. We don't need to stay in the same outdated way of being. One day we can be the motherly, feminine, nurturing, unconditionally loving archetype, and then the next day we can be the powerful warrior princess, the fierce lioness, or the queen of destruction, Kali, that's doesn't take any shit from anyone. And we're all of those beings. We embody all of those ways of being. We're not just one, and we don't need to pick and choose. Every moment we can be the person that we feel drawn to be in that moment. So it's beautiful because you can just play with who you want to be. And I'm inspired that the divine masculine as well is definitely coming back in, and I'm starting to see men find a balance in themselves between the empowered masculine, who's also caring and nurturing. So sometimes in the spiritual community, I think men feel like they have to be feminized to fit in, whereas actually the divine masculine is very strong and powerful, and protective, and very present. So yeah. I haven't quite figured this one out because I am not the masculine, but I embody parts of the masculine because we're in divine balance. And I'll make a video specifically on that, but I'm just rambling about everything and going off on a tangent now, so I'll make a separate video on that. But I will finish by reading my poem, and then I'm going to pick a little angel card. So this poem I haven't actually shared anywhere yet. I just I opened the book and this poem was staring at me, and it's written in orange, so I can't read it very well, but I'll do my best. And I felt like this was talking about empowerment, so it says, Dear one, be strong as a warrior, pure as a child, deep as an ocean and wide as the Nile. Let your tears fall as you answer the call. Deep within your soul, let this journey unfold. Releasing yourself from the mould and all that you've been told, and embracing expansion in dedication to the light. Be bright, emanate, celebrate, and dedicate yourself to the sacred. And at the heights of your ecstasy, will you flow into purity and know that you are truly free. Ooh, that's beautiful. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I like that. Sometimes I'm writing so much poetry, like 25,000 words in the last 4 months, that I sometimes forget what I've written, and then suddenly I look back and think, Jesus, did I write that? That's amazing. So my soul takes over, and what comes out just blows me away sometimes. Okay, so with the angel cards, I just went to choose one, and one just jumped out at me, so there we go. Opportunity. It says, wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly, there is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desires. Oh, that's amazing. And definitely let go of the past. Be in the present, because now, in the present moment, is where the treasure lies. It's where the power lies. So just be in this beautiful moment of now, and decide what you want to create and create it. Thank you. Lots of love.